We will see how my internet's going to be. I mean, I'm only on fiber, so I don't know.
Yes, yes.
It's acting like garbage.
It's continuous. It's continuous.
So we'll just roll with it. Hi, everyone. I'm Val Selby of Bundle Bash, and we are in getting towards the end of the Spiritual Entrepreneur Expo, and we're going to wrap up a little bit of live here with Allison Holley today. She's a participant in the expo, and this is going to be, like I've told her, I'm like, this is an easy conversation because she has a beginner product and I don't know anything about it. So I'm learning right with you guys here on this one today. If you would like to comment so that we can see them and actually have a name with you, please do give StreamYard permission. Then we'll be able to see. Otherwise, you're just going to be Facebook user, and we'll just call you Facebook user. So let's get more personal with that. Thanks, Holly, for being here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, just to say, if somebody does have a question, I'm super open. So yeah, if I can't see it, feel free to let me know, Val.
Yeah.
And also, Holly is my last name. My whole life I've been called Holly. It's okay. My name's Allison.
Did I call you Holly?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
No way! That is so weird. I wonder why our brains do that.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's
so sorry.
As I said, it's been my whole life. So,
right.
But I wanted to introduce myself. Hey, everybody. I'm Allison. I am a channel, and that's a huge aspect of my life purpose. And a lot of times when I do these interviews, even if most people don't know what it is, there are people in the audience who, when I say I'm a channel, they're like, me too. And they don't maybe even know what that means. So if you're getting the, oh, that's me too, some sort of familiarity, wonderful, wonderful, because we are coming into a time on Earth in our human history where many of us are really meant to be channels. And really what that means is we're listening from a higher frequency place than just our minds, than just the mental chatter. And we're able to receive information and guidance from higher frequencies. So in a nutshell, in a very easy definition of what channeling is, that's really what it is. So, I came into this ability. Do you want me to just share my story?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, just go for it.
I came into this ability. It's been it's kind of wild how fast it's flown by, but about 11 years ago in 2012, so almost 13 years ago, and it started happening spontaneously when I went through what I call a spiritual shift, a spiritual awakening. And when I went through that, as I said, it happened spontaneously. There were a couple times where I was driving, both times actually, I was in my car, and all of the sudden, everything started really shifting, and I pulled my car over, and I called my mom both times, and I said, something's coming through, I have a message. And then it wasn't as if I lost consciousness, but I was not thinking. It was a stream of consciousness that was coming through me. And, a lot of people in the past, if people have heard of channels, a lot of times people think of channeling as the person totally leaving their experience and another being coming through. But the way that channeling is looking now in our current day and age is really different. Mm-hmm. I'm very present when I'm channeling, and I'm listening to everything that's coming through, and it's being translated through my mind. And I get to then, you'll see me sometimes if you watch me do a channeling, which I'm happy to do now. And I get excited by the information that's coming through because it's like I'm getting the premiere,
Right?
I'm like, wow, that's really cool, So I'm very present for it. There isn't any other being that's coming into my body. It's fully me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just receiving really powerful information and guidance that's just so full of love. A lot of times, it hasn't happened super recently because channeling is a process and I'm always shifting with how it comes through me. But a lot of times, I'm so full of love and joy that I'll cry, that I'll laugh. It'll be laughter at maybe somebody's question that seems like I shouldn't be laughing, but because in these higher frequencies, it's just so much love and joy. So it's a really beautiful experience. And it's something that I know we can all come into it. It's something that we can all do. Again, I think it's in the past, it maybe has seemed like it's only for certain people. And it's true that some people will be deeply attracted to it because it is very much part of their purpose, but it is truly for all of us because it is simply tapping into a higher frequency than our minds.
Right.
And that's available to everyone.
Right. So is that part of this whole 5D thing?
Yes.
Okay. So then I have had this experience.
Yes.
Because I explained something that happened to my an acquaintance who's super, super woo-woo. And I told her, and she's like, welcome to 5D.
Yes.
There was zero explanation. It was not a deja vu. It wasn't this day was bad or this second was bad, this second was good. It was like you said, I was in a restaurant and my husband's like, what is going on? And I'm like, I do not know. I just know that was then and right now is now right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I can do to explain it. And I'm trying to explain it to him and he's just like, I go, it's weird. I can't even explain what is going on. And he's just like, you don't even have to. He's like, I just watched your face.
Oh, and what a beautiful relationship you're in to be witnessed that way. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I do get it. I have, I obviously need to take your class.
I love it.
I obviously need to do your workshop because I don't know what to do with it, which I think is probably the wrong things to be saying because it's probably like you don't use it,
I'm always like, no wrong answers. Like wherever anybody's coming from is just perfect. But yes, trusting yourself. That's a huge part of it. So yes, I would say that what it feels like you're alluding to is that trust.
Yes.
And saying, okay, now what?
Right.
And how to navigate that. So
because it's scary. It's scary to go from that unconfidence to all of a sudden you're like, no, I this is really what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. And it's like, oh, but really, should I? Because old me, old me wants to like hold back.
Yes. Let me tune in for just a moment so that I can really clearly, and this is how I use channeling. I'm just like, okay, I'm a little too much in my human self. Let me listen to what's going to be the most benefit for the present moment. The reasons that we don't trust ourselves, and let me explain a little bit about what trusting ourselves means. It's warranted from the way that we've been living that we would sort of be hesitant to trust ourselves. Because if I'm trusting my regular human self, I make a mistake and I'm like, I'm going to try it again. Like there's a lot of unconsciousness, there's a lot of push and mental force and control and things like that. So when we are trusting ourselves, what we're really doing is we're trusting God or the all that is that we are tapping into, because we're really tapping into those frequencies so that we can stream those frequencies through into present moment awareness. And with that, there's infinite amount of trust because, okay, I know that, the part of me that's functioning with my mind, there's a lot of mistakes or there's a lot of just kind of running into walls. Again, I believe in infinite perfection. Mm-hmm. So I don't really call it mistakes, but it is much easier and it feels safer to the system to say what I'm trusting is these higher frequencies that I'm tuning into. So also, the human self is based on preservation of what we already know. And so, yeah, it's a little scary to go, because it feels like going down a fast water slide or something. Like when we frequencies, it's like,
a lack of control. Yeah.
It's like, oh, and it's fun and it feels good, but it's also completely different than what we generally are used to. So yeah, it's exhilarating, and it is, our human mind immediately comes in and says, how am I going to function in this frequency? And so that's the part that tends to take some practice and take a while for us to integrate these frequencies, because the way that we've built the world, it doesn't inherently function with these frequencies, right? So we're building a new world. We're creating something new where we can inherently move with these frequencies.
Right. So is that what your workshop in the bundle's going to be helping me with?
Yes. Okay. So I love it. So the workshop itself, it is a 1-hour presentation where I go through everything around what is channeling really, right? Meaning, what are we really doing? It's both this beautiful high concept of, wow, it's incredible, and it's very practical. So I go through both of those. And then I explain how we get into this state purposefully and consciously. How can we access that when it's not just, I'm sitting at dinner and now it's happening, right?
Right. Like we've watched in so many of the movies of just like all of a sudden they're possessed.
Right. How do we intentionally connect with this state of being and guide it? I also go into a bit of protection, because some people who want to learn how to channel are already very sensitive, and there's a fear of going into this space because they're like, well, how do I protect myself? So I go into that. I talk about that because really what we're tapping into is realms beyond the need for protection. So I go into all of that. And then I guide you into, so with me, they're holding your hand. Now it's not live, but I'm right there. I did this live. And so it's right here. And I'm guiding you into how to access this. And you have your own experience that then you can rewatch this and use just that section as a guidance to go into it again and make it a part of your regular practice.
I don't know whether I'm nervous, excited. It's just it's that energy. The excited energy, because it's like, oh, I really want that, but oh my gosh, that's something new.
Yes, it is. And it's, nervousness and excitement are like such similar, they're the same frequency.
Yeah. But I also know, and I know that I can't go back, right? I mean, like that experience happened. So it's like, okay, do you want to pretend and be in denial that didn't happen? Or do you want to just like jump into it and go, okay, well then where are we going?
Yes. Oh, and you know what? I go into, and as I've said, channeling has changed a lot for me, where it's almost a consistent space that I'm in. But I do intentional channeling practices almost every single day. It has helped me raise my frequency it's helped me understand really confusing concepts. It has helped me. I mean, it's my full-time work, right? So I channel for other people. I've written 2 books of channeled information. So it has affected every aspect of my life. All of my friends, I've taught them how to channel, and they've all said the same thing. I can't imagine existing without this ability. Like,
Right?
it completely shifted everything. So I want everyone to have this access. I really, really do.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I don't think I have any plans for this weekend. So
Yeah!
I am quite positive that this is getting bumped up on the list.
I'm going to extend this to you, Val. I know we're live, but if you have any questions, or even if you want to call me, we can practice.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I know that for everybody that's in the expo as well. I mean, because that's one of the really beautiful things. Not that it's different with other bundles and events that I run, but I mean, obviously the spiritual one is everyone's a hell yes, reach out. It's
yes.
because it's something you have to share. You just it's just part of you.
We need the connection, and honestly, sometimes we need the validation, because I remember when I first started channeling, some of the questions that I asked, they weren't even available on Google yet.
Right.
It wasn't something that I went in and I was like, oh, this is what I saw. The first time that I intentionally went in, this was after it was happening spontaneously, and I intentionally went in and I saw things and I heard things that I afterwards went to Google and I looked it up, and I was sort of finding some stuff that matched it. Yeah. But not until 3 years later did I find things that matched it. Right. And now it's everywhere, because the beautiful thing is, when we go into this channeling space, we're going to see very similar things. Now, there's infinity out there that we're tapping into, but it's so confirming, because I've held live channeling classes where there's 2 breakout rooms, and the 2 breakout rooms, they'll channel together, and then we'll come back together. They were channeling the same information. Right. It's wild, right? Yeah. So it's so helpful and confirming and exciting too.
Yes. And I think that that's part of the thing from that I was already in process, of course, of realizing how much we're all so much alike and similar, and we're not sharing our experiences, which was the main thing that I get out of it, is like, we have to share our experiences so that we don't feel so alone.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I feel really, really lucky now that my husband is his personality, because he could have just squashed it, going, oh my God, I'm taking you to the doctors right now.
Yes. Legitimately. I'm so excited and happy for you that was your experience, because that's really beautiful and supportive.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh my gosh. So we are at a perfect time right now. Do you have anything else that you'd like to leave everybody with? Anything popping through?
I would love, is this in a Facebook group?
This is in our Facebook group, and it's on YouTube.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to check the comments, take the course, and go in and leave a comment. And I would love to hear how it goes for you and support you. So I'm excited for all of you to have these experiences. Yeah. And you guys, if you go through the course too, hit me up. Let's talk about what our experience was through it as well. Because seriously, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do it this weekend, because because I feel the need that I need to do it. So everyone, her workshop is a $97 workshop, and it is in the bundle right now. So you can get it for only $37, along with the other $1,900 worth of products and our summit information in there. So incredible. Grab it. That is a deal, because if you were just listening to her, that you just connected and went, I'm already getting there. I'm gonna get some guidance on it. Yes, you feel the call. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you knew when we started talking, just
I knew as
Yes.
soon as Allison started talking about it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Allison. I can't wait to connect further even
Thank you,
after I
Val.
take this
Thank you for
workshop.
having me and including me in this. And thanks for creating this, because I know that you have so many other things in this bundle, other incredible people. And I'm excited for all that you continue to create with this, because I can feel that this specific bundle is so much of your heart passion.
Right. Well, yeah, because we connected even in email. So I'm just going to say it out loud here as well, because words words bring it. I was writing to the participants and it popped out that I want to hold a live expo. And I'm like, I don't even know where in the world that came from, but here we go.
We're channeling it. You were channeling it.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it's going to happen or where, but here we go.
Incredible.
Thanks so much for being here with me, Allison, and everybody go connect with her and grab that product right now. And the bundle's only until Sunday, so don't wait.
Thank you. Bye.